You know, I imagine that, like most, I grew up wanting to live a luxurious life. And I talk about luxurious, I'm basically talking about being able to do what I want to do, live like I want to live, go where I want to go, when I want to go, do the kind of career involvement that interests me the most, and have love around me and peace in the world. I guess I thought maybe everybody wouldn't want to live like that. But something happened to me when I was kind of young. I did something that was very, very, very stupid. I don't think I got much time here, but I don't know. I did something very stupid. I threw my life away. And a power, an invisible power, came to my rescue and protected me and saved me. And I recognized that there was something more powerful than I've ever known. And it wasn't associated with any human being. And so from that point on, I've always known that there's a power more magnificent. In other words, it made me believe in God. It made me believe in God. But when I say belief now, I'm not talking about belief as we, normally refer to belief. It's bigger than that. It gave me a knowledge of God. So my belief moved on up. So I've heard the expression, to whom much is given, much is required. One of the things that's always been troubling to me is that this magnificent life that I've always wanted to live, I also believe that all people want to live the same kind of life, peaceful, free from trouble. I believe that. And the people that I see most of the time that don't get a chance to live that are poor people. Poor people. I don't care what color you are. Poor. Poor. And so to me, that all of that is wrong. This is not supposed to be. Poor people are not supposed to be in existence. Everybody's supposed to have what they need, what they want, what they desire. And I got confidence of that because of the power that saved me. The power saved me. That was something I didn't maybe deserve, but this is what happened to me. And so I know that that power cares about all of the poor people. And so my mission was to tell poor people, I'm not trying to tear down rich people, because rich people can do what they want to do. I want to make sure that poor people do the same thing, what they want to do. And I know that sometimes when you got a little bit, you don't really think about the poor like if you were poor. So I decided that I was going to focus on knowing what poor people really go through. So I stopped working with the Veterans Administration in Chicago and started washing storefront windows. I stopped doing that and just started living off faith. And God, I guess, gave me and connected me with a woman that would love God enough to marry me and not divorce me when she found out that I didn't have a source of income, but put up with it. Even though in the 90s I asked her to let us move into the state capital. Just my immediate family at that time. We had one kid, a son, and we're just going to move up there now. That was to draw attention to the housing crisis. People supposed to have housing. That shouldn't be a problem in this kind of stuff. And so, for me, not having anything, when I go to the gas pump in somebody else's car, because mine needs some repairs, and they put some gas in it, it tears me up when you can only put a few dollars, when I can only put a few dollars worth of gas in the car. That tears me up. So I'm thinking that the other people get torn up the same way I'm getting torn up. When I think about the situation with the healthcare situation, This country needs more doctors. We need at least a 500,000 to 1,000,000 more doctors. We need more teachers. We need more engineers. We need more everything. And people out of work. We need to open the schools up so kids can get into schools. People who are adults who need some additional training and get in there, get this education, get this training, get out here and turn our world upside down and make it brand new. So I go through the struggles. So when I talk about stuff, I know what I'm talking about. I feel the pain. When I talk about poverty, I feel it. Now I don't feel it. Some might say I don't feel it as much as others, but I do. I do. I don't sleep on the street, but I still feel for anybody that's sleeping on the street. I feel for people who sleep in the house and can't pay the rent. I feel for people who going through all kinds of, you know what I'm talking about. So what I basically wanting everybody to know is this, is that the power that created all of us did not design it for us to live going through the outcomes of violence and poverty, crime and terror and war, and people hijacking your cars and stealing your catalytic converters off your cars and all these kinds of things. These are results of fallen systems like democracy, capitalism and socialism and communism and dictatorships. All those kind of ships are ships designed by men or people, and they always set it up like they do the history. They want to tell the part of the history that they want told, and that part that they don't want told, they want eliminated and punish you if you try to tell it, burn up your books if you try to tell it. They do the same thing when they're creating these systems. They create these systems that benefits all of those that you see benefited at the expense of those who are suffering. I want you to know that the power that created say that's wrong. They are wrong for doing it. Sure, it was set up when they got here, but it was wrong from the beginning, and it's wrong all the way to this very point right here. And maybe nobody called it out, or maybe somebody called it out and it was ignored, and people who called it out probably were killed for calling it out, but it's still wrong. And for those who suffer at the expense of these greedy people, you're responsible too, but you don't know any better. So I'm telling you, your creator, the power that is in you, that's breathing inside of you, wants freedom. It wants to live. And it needs you to wake up and listen to the spirit of true love. What is true love? The love that does not wish and do anything to cause pain and suffering, physical pain and suffering, or other things that you can't control, but you don't do anything to cause pain and suffering to another. You don't want it. You don't want anybody to do that to you, so you recognize how important it is that you respect it. Do that. And all of the resources, my friends, belong to all of us. I don't care about the crooks that got their names on it. They think, well, it was handed down to me. I don't care. You the continuation of the crook. You know, the mob, they didn't start, whoever's in the mob today didn't start the mob. They just had passing it on down. It's still wrong. It's still wrong, just as wrong as it was in the beginning. And the systems that said some people can live up here and people down here struggling, it's wrong from the beginning and it's wrong today. And I know people don't want, they say, I want to talk about the redistribution of wealth. I'm not talking about no redistribution of wealth. I'm talking about everybody living. Wealth can get them. That's not no redistribution. That's giving you more, giving you more, giving you more. And what I mean by giving you more? Allowing you to be you. That's all you can do. And when you're you, you're free. Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for this time. Until next time, Eddie Marcus say goodbye.